Welcome to another Boss Lifestyle or Boss Life Vlog. I'm your host and creator, Marcus Thompson, and today I'm going to attempt to look at the camera the whole damn time, or at least the majority part of it. And the reason for this is because sometimes I get a little creeped out looking at myself as I talk to a camera. You know, I'm my own audience. Everything that I say, I see myself saying it. So I'm kind of freaked out about that a little bit, but I could get over it. Also, as you can see, I am actually not in the van, the service vehicle. I'm actually standing up. I prefer doing it like this more often because now I can show a little bit more energy. I can show a little bit more excitement. When I'm boxed in that little old van of some sort, I really can't show you guys how I'm really feeling because I'm the type of person, my body language, it shows for itself. And if you can go back and compare the two different styles, me sitting down compared to me standing up, I'm a bit more excitable when I'm standing up and talking to you guys. But anyways, welcome back. And today I'm going to talk a little bit of something about customer service. Growing up, I have been known to be, and still is, a bit too prideful. So prideful that I make myself unable to service people. Because growing up, to service people is the same as kissing their butt. When in actuality, there is a bit of a separation between the two. There's a fine line between the two. But I think if you're in a service industry, you can command a lot of money, especially if you're good to great at what you do. Anyways, growing up, I was very prideful. Even working at fast food restaurants, I was one of those guys who would say, I don't take no mess from nobody. And you can interject the S word instead of the mess word. I'm trying to keep it G here, rated G here, or at least rated PG here. And so that hurt me a lot growing up. When I was trying to sell shoes, I didn't care about others. I just cared about getting that check, get the biggest check. I was a sloth at it, I guess you could say. I was slow with it. I was slow moving at doing so. And my body language, I'm one of them people, you can read my body language before I even say a word, because I speak a lot with my body. And so I'm pretty sure at the age of 17 and 18 that it probably really projected to people. And the feeling that I gave off, who would want to buy a pair of shoes from an a-hole? Let's be realistic about it. Because one of my things is, if we didn't have what you wanted, then so be it. Time goes on. And as I'm getting older, I kick myself in the butt for not learning at least how to sell. Because as I'm watching the world turn, I notice one thing. The salesmen are the ones who are making the most money. The salesmen are the ones who are moving up in the company to the C area. And what I mean by C area, I mean like COOs, CEOs, almost the guys who sign your checks. When you step into the workforce, the workplace, and see all those people who are working for you, all of a sudden, they get some act right. All of a sudden, they know how to do their job right, and they become more proficient. Them guys, 9 times out of 10, were sales guys. And a lot of them, the ones who really excel, are the ones with the greatest ability to service others. They put other people before themselves. They never stop at just the sale. They might make the sale, and when they do, they still gonna give that courtesy call to make sure that you're okay. To at least put up the front as if to say you're number one. You're all they thinking about. It's like a girl that you've been dating. She always wants that confirmation that she's the only one in your life. She's the first one you think about, or the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning. That's that priority factor that they want. They want to be number one. And who can blame them? Who wants to be number two? That ain't what life is about. So as I'm watching everything go down, I noticed I need to get back into the service industry. Everybody will say, oh, I want to do this to make $1 million. I want to do that to make $1 million. The hell with that. I already know how I want to make my living from here on out. And that's servicing people. And in a roundabout way, I have been doing that for the past 14, 15 years as a mechanic. Somebody come to me with their car, I diagnose it and say, hey, this is what's the matter with your car. This is what it's going to cost to, to have it up and running at the very least. And not once did I ever think about the aspect of me selling something. I'm selling my service without even recognizing that I'm selling my service. And a lot of guys, especially in my industry, will say they don't think about selling their service because it ain't right, and they not here to kiss nobody's butt. They here to only work on these cars. But let me tell you something. You really want to make cash, especially in this industry, you're going to have to learn to upsell. You're going to have your troublesome characters who's going to come around and say, oh, you just writing all this down so you could take more money out of my pocket. Yes and no. Yes, I'm trying to make a little bit more money, but B, I'm trying to make more money the right way. I'm not trying to screw you over. These are the things that I caught that I can fix right now to prevent further damage later on down the road. I'm trying to save you money now than for you to come out of more money later on. It's just a hassle to keep coming back and forth trying to get your car fixed, for one reason or another. Today it's a transmission, tomorrow it's a radiator. 2 days, 2 weeks down the road, it might be a busted light or something, maybe a fuse busted because of corrosion. I done seen all that well ahead of time. And for one reason or another, you said no. And so a lot of people hates that rejection. It almost eat at your soul, especially if you're not ready to be a salesman. One thing I notice about salesmen are that no to them is like, oh, well, that's part of the job. As it's no different than me dropping a piece of forklift like I did 2 months ago on my foot. I can't sit up there and cry about it. I just got to shrug it off and be like, it's part of the job. Getting injured is part of the job. Well, as a salesman, the no is part of the job. That's why you got to keep going back out there. You got to keep getting yourself back up and going to go get more customers. Just because the customer said no at that point does not mean no later on, especially if you're providing fantastic service or fixing their car and you help keeping them up and running. After a while, them no's become yeses because they're going to start to trust you. They done bought into your brand, which is you're a damn good mechanic. So now them no's are a little bit less than what you're used to, especially once you start building up that reputation as a damn good mechanic. And that's like that with any kind of industry. You really want to make money nowadays, you got to be able to service people. Growing up, throughout my family, it's all about, you're going to be butt kissing just to make a living. I saw you shake hands with a boss man. What are you trying to do? Move up? You're kissing butt. You know what? It's not kissing butt. It's simple. It's a simple hello. And if that CEO, that president, that vice president come up to me one day and say, hey, I got this problem. Can you fix it? And if I can, heck yeah. Yeah, I will work on your car. Sure. Bring it on around. Let me check it out. And now it's almost like elementary all over again. Your peers going to start calling you the teacher's pet, or you the chosen boy, you the golden boy. The hell with all that, okay? Because there's going to come a time and day when you're going to need that person, that vice president, that CEO, or whoever to help you out of a tight spot. That's a relationship. And that's if that's a relationship that you call upon, you had did good in this life. Now, for those who just ignore them, they want nothing to do with them, have a us versus them mentality, when time comes, they can't do what you got. And they gonna complain about it. Well, they didn't give me the extra money on my check. They didn't give me bonuses. You want to know why? because they don't know you. You don't have a reputation with them. You don't have a relationship. That's what this life is all about, is building up relationship. Now, if you want to sit up here and blow people off, you just want to come in and do your job and go home and say, that's all I want to do, then fine. The byproduct of it is that you just going to get what you put in. Now, there might be somebody, he's just naturally friendly. Yes, you do have your butt kissers and your brown noses, but whatever, to each his own. You focus on you. If you're the type of person who just like to talk to people, build relationship with people, trust me, I know a lot of guys like that. They just friendly like that. And at times I can be friendly like that too. I just want to shake your hands and say, hello, how you doing today? You know, just to be kind, just to be nice. Them the type of people that does move up in this world. Them the kind of people who does turn out to be great salesmen. And them the kind of people who can sell $1,000 subscription to something compared to you selling $100 subscription. You see what I'm saying? You're getting 10, you only making 10% of what they making per sale. And that's a big leap. You see what I'm saying? You trying to get, it'll take you 200 customers to get to probably what they sell in 20 customers. So they doing less work compared to what you're doing. And all they did was just say, hello, how you doing? I'm such and such. So that's some food for thought. This has been kind of gnawing on me because I think about the times where I probably could have made some extra scratch. I'd probably be further along in life if I was just more open. If I didn't lean on the teachings that I was given as I was growing up from everybody else, from mom to dad to brothers to friends, colleagues, and all that. All have the same mentality. And they all got the one thing in common. They are a lot of times living from check to check. And once I stopped saying that I just want a check to check every week or bi-weekly or twice a month, I want a little bit more. I want, you know, something I can really save up on. I want to stay ahead of the curve. It's going to take something different. And one of those different things is relationship building, servicing people. So that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you. I hope y'all learned something from this. As with all my other videos, it'll be greatly appreciated if y'all subscribe. Y'all share this with some friends. Let them know I'm on YouTube just to say hello. That'll be nice. And just click the like button. And y'all have an excellent day.